Hi there YouTube, Extreme Trains here. So in this video we're taking a look at the next engine I pulled off the Zenny Trains pile, which is a pile of the Series 1 engines and rolling stock that I received for free from Zenny Trains themselves. And the next one I look at here is Pleve and Plod. You can see this is what the packaging looks like. This is a different one. It's the only set in this first series that contains two engines in one box instead of an engine and a carriage, or two carriages. So it's a bit unique and I'm really excited to take a look at it. Let's do it. Alright, so this is the box for Pleve and Plod. Nice. Let's take a look and have a quick pause if you want to read the bio. I think it's really interesting. The concept here is the steam trains are actually the bad guys instead of the good guys. And that is like, a first for, Thomas and Friends particularly. It's always been the steamies who are the good guys and the diesels who are being the bad guys. So I think that's a nice little reversal. I think it creates great storytelling opportunity. But that's enough for me on this one. Let's open these guys up and see what it's like inside. Okay, we've got Pleve. I don't know why I keep saying Pleve. Pleve and Plod out of the packaging. Again, we get this nice little collector card. I assume if Pleve is the brains, it's this guy because he's got the monocle, and this is Plod, which makes sense. The first thing I want to know about these is they're quite a lot darker than they look on the packaging. I thought they were going to be like a yellow, but they're kind of like an orangey, mustardy color. So that's cool. I'm really excited to get, this is Pleve, right? Yes. Because he's a new size for the Zenny train. So that same weird shape in that it's really kind of not clear what this shape is meant to be. But it's good in the sense that we get something a little bit different because, the Zenny trains, you want to keep it visually interesting. So this is obviously a lot shorter. He's a little like, mini engine kind of thing, which I think works as like the little evil henchman with then the big hench train as the backup. Interestingly, you can see that there is a little bit of misalignment in terms of where the body has been stuck onto the little running, the chassis. So you can see here, it's not quite in the center. That's okay. It is what it is. Otherwise, I really like all this detailing that kind of looks, I don't think it quite looks like a steam train in the sense that we're used to it. But again, in this weird world of Zenny trains, I think that is fine. I really do enjoy all the different printing on there, especially that, they've got their names on there like that. That's pretty cool. And then we come to Plod, who is, again, a different size. He's a bigger engine, so thankfully he's got the little bogies like this, so he'll go on curves. I was a bit worried, couldn't see that on the box properly. So I'm glad to see we've got that feature there with, again, we've got the name there as well. We've got some details again here. You can see that rust detailing. All nice along the top there, and then we've also got something cracking open at the back, which is not good. Then we come around to his face, which again is a weird one. It's so strange, but if you're into it, you are gonna like it. Again, he's just an expanded version of the shape. So for reference, here we have Sugar Rush Susie, and you can see here in terms of a size comparison, this is what we're dealing with, the three different sizes of train, and they all have that little bit at the back. So I quite like these guys. They look pretty cool if you ask me. And to be honest, I think these ones I like the most, at least, obviously this is the second one I've looked at, because they're not trying to be anything in particular. They're just, a thing with wheels. You can kind of imagine them as some weird kind of steam engine. I quite like it. I think it's cool. I think, again, it's that there's a fine line in this kind of world where you're trying to do something that's recognizable, but also quite silly. And I think this does a good job of, particularly Plod does a good job of being, a big kind of engine. You get the idea it's an engine, but it's obviously not like an engine you've ever seen before. So what are my final thoughts? This set is slightly more expensive. It is $22.99 USD, which again is getting to a little bit, I think, of the expensive side, given, what this is. It is quite a basic wood design, but I also understand it is coming from a brand new kind of, manufacturer and designer, so you can understand the expense. Absolutely, I think this, if there's one of these you're going to pick up, I really like these ones. My opinion might change by the end of these reviews, but I really do like these ones. They're the ones that caught my eye at the start, and they're the ones that I still really like. So if you are into this kind of weirdness, absolutely, I think you will not be disappointed if you pick these up. And I think, again, they're going to make a great present. With some Thomas and Friends stuff. So if you want to get some Thomas and Friends stuff, I reckon you grab this and some Thomas and Friends stuff, and kids are going to tell some really weird stories with, you know, the combination of this and some Thomas & Friends merchandise. So I really think, you know, this is the kind of thing which is going to complement the Thomas & Friends universe very, very well, rather than maybe necessarily, you know, being the kind of thing where it's the only train set you have. But then again, I could be wrong. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Thank you again to Zenny Trains for sending me these to review. I'm very excited to feature them in some of my upcoming videos. As always, that's what we've got time for. This is Extreme Trains.